Inland Sports.
Here on the Inland Sports Show, she is a CIF state champion on the wrestling mat. It is Zahra Stewart from Orange Vista High School. Zahra, congratulations, CIF state champion, getting the job done up in Bakersfield. Just talk about your championship run. What do you think was the most important thing, the key to making this postseason run and finishing the season with a CIF state championship?
I think the key, definitely in the postseason, is it's mostly you have to want it enough because you already trained, you already did what you needed to do. If you know it, then you're going to know it. You just have to want it.
You know, especially in wrestling, how much of it do you think is mental? Just making sure you're in the correct mindset, right? You know, like you're locked in, you're focused, and you're, you know, physically you're probably all there, but just having your mind right to go into an important match.
I think it's like really important to have mentality. I think it's like 70%. But if you're not in the right mindset, like you're already lost the match.
How do you prepare yourself? I mean, physically and, you know, mentally when you're going, let's say, you know, going to the CIF state meet. Like how do you make sure that you're wrestling your best and you're in your best mindset going in, knowing that I want to compete for a championship? How do you get to that spot?
You just gotta really train really hard, knowing that you have a good background to rely on. And like, if you think about it too much, you're going to like get in your head and just going to,
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, sometimes you have to get out of your own way, right? And just go out there and just wrestle and let your body just kind of take over and do what you know it to do. So you were state champion, 125 pounds. The team, the Coyotes as a team, finishing in 4th place up at the CIF state meet. How cool was that you guys as Orange Vista are one of the top girls wrestling programs in the entire state of California? What does that mean to you?
I think it's really cool. We we trained really hard for it. We barely missed 3rd, which just kind of sucks, but we still did really good as a team, and I'm really proud of what we accomplished.
So you're only a junior. So are you excited for next year? And what's kind of the goals now going into next season?
Next season, I want to get another state championship, but I'm probably going to try to focus on like off-season work too, like winning national tournaments now.
So Zahra, last year you were 7th place at state. How was that experience helpful and beneficial to you this year? Like having to go through that process, you know, going to state, you know, big arena up in Bakersfield. Like how was that just experience going through it helped you to, you know, win a state title this year?
It helped me. Like, I feel like my first year I was way more nervous because I didn't know like everything that was going to happen and how to do it. And this year I was way more prepared. I knew everything like that was going to happen. So, yeah.
So Zahra, after high school, do you want to wrestle at the college level? I know there's a lot more opportunities now for girls wrestling. Like how, you know, or represent Team USA, you know, I mean, what's kind of the big goals even beyond high school for you for wrestling?
I'm definitely going to wrestle in college. I'm still like looking at where I want to go though, but I'm for sure going to try to get in that level.
So how did you first start wrestling? I mean, usually, I say usually because not always, but usually, you know, if I interview a girls wrestler, they'll say, oh, well, you know, my brother used to wrestle and I used to go to his practices and it looked cool. So I decided to try it. Like, what's your story? How did you get involved with wrestling?
That was literally my story, but I pretty much was just watching my brother's practices and it looked interesting. So,
well, who's better now, you or your brother? I mean, could you take him?
I could take him. He's younger than me, so a little.
So Zahra, when in that championship match, let's rewind to, you know, the CIF state meet, that championship match, and they raise your arm as the CIF state champion, and there's, you know, an arena with, you know, 10,000 people, 10,000 seats there. What was that moment like? What was going through your head in that moment?
Honestly, it's kind of hard. It was kind of hard to process in the moment, but it was really cool. Like just like knowing that I won, like. I don't know.
Does it make it feel rewarding? Because especially in wrestling, I mean, there is so much training. You have to sacrifice a lot. There's a lot of tournaments on the weekends. So you're probably not seeing your friends. You're having to sacrifice other things in your personal life so you can train and go to these tournaments and do all these sorts of things. Does it feel like, man, it was all worth it when you can get to that point and be a champion. Is that safe to say?
Yeah, it feels worth it, especially knowing I'm getting better because I placed like way higher than last year. It feels like it's like working and it's worth it. Yeah.
So you mentioned how you started wrestling, but how long have you been wrestling?
I started wrestling when I was in like 4th grade.
Okay, so you've been at it for a while now.
Yeah.
And as only a junior, do you feel like even from last year to this year, you've grown, you're still improving, you're still getting better as a wrestler? And what are some areas you feel like you can still get better at?
I think I've gotten way better. I know I can still get stronger because I got way stronger from between last year and this year. I think that helped me a lot. But yeah.
So in this off season, I mean, are you going to be in the gym a lot, lifting? Do you go out there and, do tournaments on your own as an individual? Like, what does the off season look like for you?
I usually go to like different tournaments. I usually go to a lot of out of state ones, and I usually go to the gym like every single day and do like a heavy workout.
Well, Zahra, becoming a better wrestler, obviously we're talking about, sacrificing and doing all these sorts of things, whatever it takes, right, to be the best that you can be. Going into your senior season, you're talking about being another state champion and, trying to be maybe one of the most decorated, girls wrestlers in the state of California that we've ever seen. Does that mean a lot to you, helping build this legacy at Orange Vista, like to be the first girls state champion for Orange Vista Wrestling, and you were the only one from the Inland Empire in our coverage area, the only girl to win a CIF state championship. We had Kobe Merrill from JW North on the boys side, but you were the only girl. So like you're kind of paving the way and setting building this legacy not only for yourself but also for the school. Is that pretty exciting? And what do you think about all that?
I think it's cool, and then I think it's nice that I can be an inspiration to others, show them like it is possible if you just work hard enough. But I think it's cool, yeah.
That's really cool. Well, Zahra, listen, congratulations on a CIF state championship and for your Coyotes team to finish in 4th place in the state. I mean, there's a lot of programs out there. California is a big state, and to be in 4th place, and like you said, almost 3rd, but 4th place, and that's huge for the Orange Vista Coyotes wrestling program. So, Zahra, thank you for joining us here on the Inland Sports Show. Congratulations. And now we can't wait to see what you do next season. All right, that's Zahra Stewart from the Orange Vista girls wrestling team here on the Inland Sports Show. Inland Sports.